So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all straight up what happened with the T app. Okay, first off, it was called the T app. This immediately sounds like the Shade Room, so this is gonna feel epically anyway. Secondly, it's an app. We've been lying to get on apps since its conception. Everybody been 18 plus for like 10 years, okay? There should have been a way to actually verify it was a woman, and you probably needed more than just an ID, a picture. But nonetheless, there also have to remember that there are women who are friends of men, and I do mean friends that will go to the ends of earth and they will just, compromise other women in the process. This should have been something that, people thought of. Also, this should have been anonymous. And I do mean anonymous. Like, no way of knowing who this person is. Like, if you're telling your story, cool, all right. But y'all, some of y'all was just on there being like audacious. Like, y'all was just saying anything and everything. And all of it wasn't true. There should have been a way to, like, some discretion or some type of care factor for people who actually needed these warnings. But hey, whatever. People got on there and played in y'all face. Also, there should have been like somebody should have known that there was going to be some male backlash. Like, you already knew how they act. Y'all know how they. Y'all know what's up. This ain't new, okay? Also, like, this is 2025. There's no such thing as discretion. There's no such thing as, keeping y'all mouth shut. Everybody put everything on social media. All right. There is absolutely no way that this was going to be the best kept secret for, protection of anybody. This is not how this works. Y'all can't even do the Beyonce mute challenge. Like, like, there's gay men on this app. People were putting their besties on this app. People were putting their man on this app. Like, showing the app. Like, y'all over TikTok with the app. That's so crazy to me. I don't understand. If this is supposed to be an app that's supposed to protect women, why are we taking snapshots, pictures, and making tons of videos on it, about it, on social media? This should have been a word to mouth situation. Like, y'all really need to go back to word to mouth, because this is ridiculous. Also, if this app wasn't made by a woman, I already knew it wasn't gonna go very well. I mean, not saying that man can't create, good spaces for women, but let's be honest. Everybody and their mama know how to hack. And if you don't know how to hack, there's more than enough people that's into cyber, security, that know how to jump into an app, break it, all that jazz. So yeah, it was people on there telling their stories, but they were showing no discretion for real. They were just not being smart about it. So it was easy for people to put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been on there like, Chesson, Michigan. This happened. Here's a picture, but make sure it's a picture of like what dude look like currently and not a picture of what y'all look like back in the day. Like I said, easy to put two and two together type. Yeah, whatever. And then it was like people on there that was just mad haters. They would see their homegirl or somebody that they messed with back in the day story and be like, oh my God, this is Cheryl's story. I just found Cheryl's story. And then they'll go and like tell the next person, this is Cheryl's story. And now and then got back to the nigga who they talking about in the first place. And you just like, what? Honey, this is supposed to be anonymous. This is supposed to be helpful. This is supposed to be a warning sign. Like, y'all just don't know how to be discretion. Like, there was no discretion. No secret whatsoever. So yeah, there was a lot wrong with the T app from the very beginning. It's not a bad concept or a bad idea, but baby, y'all were better off making a Facebook page, or like, or another type of app that really do have the anonymous button. And it should have been some type of some mediators. There should have been like some mediators that could sit there and do all the detective work to make sure that this is in fact a woman, and that's jumping on here and not just a male that's using a woman's face. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. It needs some work. There's some like bugs that need to happen. This is not the first expose page. It just happened to be the first expose app. But they need to change the name. and they need to come up with some other type of ways to figure out how to keep things protected and moderate certain things. But whatever. The male version of the T app, I already knew that was coming. I already knew people were going to be out here just posting their ex's news and blah blah blah, because this is what little boys do. They've been doing it since forever. So I don't know why people are surprised. For the people who were exposed on those other apps that had like their news shared and all that jazz and videos and whole faces, y'all need to go find a man and go ahead and sue that Sue and get that money, because that's illegal. Just saying, that's illegal. All right, bye y'all.